So today I got a different video for you guys, and we're gonna be showing you how we hit from the bunker. We're both professionals, and on the right I have my brother. He's also a professional. He's been playing in the United States for roughly 5 years on college. So yeah, I just want to welcome him on this channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Should be a fun little bunker lesson here.
Yeah, it's just gonna be spontaneous. So yeah, let's get to it.
So we got roughly a 10-meter bunker shot here. So GP, why don't you tell us, how would you approach this shot? How would you hit it?
Right, so as we know, we don't have much green, and these greens don't spin, and there's a lot of bunker inside here. So what I like to do is just get it out of the bunker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get lower to the ground, as low as possible as I possibly get. I want to open the club face. I'm gonna aim a little bit left, because when I open the club face I need to be aiming a little bit more left, and then I'm just gonna turn with my shoulders, and that's pretty much how I would play this shot. There we go, and just gonna roll towards the green, right? So that's pretty.
All right,
pretty
so
simple.
hit another one and let's see it from down the line.
Alrighty.
You said you aim a little left with your feet.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see how that looks.
All right. You see?
Okay. So you're aiming all the way there.
Yes, and I have, that's because I have my club face open, right?
Okay.
If I would have my club face normal, then I would be standing, towards the flag. But
Right.
since I'm, more I open the club face, the more I have to aim left, right? So over here, and then just turn off with my shoulders. Almost no wrist movements, right? Right here. There we go. All right, that was a good chip. Oh, that was really good sand shot, right?
So what would be a good tip? I feel like a lot of amateurs tend to get very steep
Yes.
into the bunker. They tend to
Kind of chunking the ball.
Yeah, they tend to take these big divots. So what would you suggest an amateur that does come in steeper to sort of fix that?
Right. So the biggest mistake, as Jean said, right? It's most amateurs kind of go very steep into the bunker, right? And with that you have no control. So there's three things that I would adjust, right? So the first thing is, most amateurs, they mostly stand very narrow in the bunker, right? You want to have your club as far down as possibly get. So with this, how do we do that, right? So we stand a little bit wider. When we stand wider, we can get our club face more down, so we can open the club face. Because when club face is open, we kind of tend to scoop up the sand. When we have club face more kind of narrow, then we're going to be chunking the ball, right? So three things. You're going to stand a little bit wider. You're going to open the club face as much as you possibly can. Of course, it depends on the shot. You're going to open the club face, and then from there, we just kind of, you need to lower yourself to the ground, and then from there all you have to do is not using wrist, but just opening up with your triangle and just doing the swing with triangle, kind of no wrist, right? Just as I did before. And these are the three things that I would advise any amateur to do. Your posture in bunker is everything.
Yeah, nice shot.
Right? Everything. So if you're gonna posture yourself correctly, it's gonna be very easy for you to hit bunker shots. Now, I feel like now it's your turn to show them how you play from the bunker.
All right, let's do this.
Let's get it.
All right, so you mentioned that you like to have your club face opened. You like to have your weight on the front foot.
Yes.
And you like to aim left. Those are all the things that I do as well, except for one.
Okay.
You said the more you open the club face, the further left you have to aim.
Correct, yes.
This is where I slightly disagree with you, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. Better view.
Yeah, so here's the idea.
Right.
If you have, obviously, the club face somewhat open,
Right.
the club face is pointing right.
Okay.
Now, when you try to open the club face enormously, which is what you were trying to get us do, and what I also do, then you come to this position, right?
Yep.
And this is almost 90 degrees pointing straight upwards. And in this case, the ball's not going to go right, but it's just going to pop up.
Right. But that's what we want in this shot, right? Because we don't have much green.
Exactly. That's what you want when you want to hit a higher bunker shot. But what happens here is, because your club face is practically pointing straight into the sky, you don't have to aim further left, but you can stay fairly square at the target. So let me show you.
But then you kind of have to use your swing and your pad to be a little bit more outside to inside, so you can create a spin, right?
Yes.
So when you go steep into the bunker, this is what it creates, right?
You will have to come a little bit that way.
Yep.
But so So I'll just show you an example. So weight's on the front foot, my club face is enormously open, as I
Yeah.
like to call it, and you are this
Oh,
far
I was
open,
more left?
or
Okay.
even more, and
Okay.
I'm more here. Okay.
Okay.
I have a low handle, just like you were describing,
Mm-hmm.
and now I basically just want to sort of, I almost want to make like a draw swing.
Okay, that's interesting.
Let's see.
So
how-
you're not gonna go steep. You're not gonna go outside.
yeah. So
right?
my goal is not to come here,
Okay.
but it's to make sort of more of this shallower
So more
motion,
inside
because
to
that,
inside.
yeah, inside to inside, maybe, I guess you could call
Yeah.
it that way. But that also helps when you're hitting out of the bunkers that have a lot of sand, because when you're really steep, you're just gonna dig.
Right.
But when you're more here, your club is just gonna glide through the sand no matter how deep the sand is.
Right. Okay.
So
Let's see. Let's hit a few shots and show them how it's done. Right.
okay.
Okay.
And I had the club enormously open, and I wasn't aiming.
yeah, but you were
way
still
left.
aiming left.
I was
mean,
still-
I mean, you have to aim left.
You
right?
have to aim
There's
left.
no way.
You have to aim
Right.
left. Now, what I asked you earlier is, what would you suggest to someone who's very steep? And you obviously gave your few tips. Now, what I like to suggest is put your trail leg back. So now you're aiming right of the target, and now try to actually draw the golf ball. Because watch what happens now. Watch how shallow this divot is going to be. And this is going to really help you if you're very steep. This exact drill, you just put your back leg back and you try to really draw the golf ball. It's going to help you shallow your swing pad a little bit, shallow your swing, and you're going to be more consistent.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. So when you put your trail leg back, right? So what this does is essentially, when you said for the steep players, what it does, it helps you create more inside path on the backswing, right? So could you just show them? Put your right foot a little bit more forward.
Oh,
no,
here?
forward. Yeah. Now just try to swing back, right? Do the backswing. No, do normal backswing. Do normal backswing, right? And now try to put your trail foot a little bit more back. And then normally, because you're gonna aim more right now, because your trail foot is more back, which means you're gonna naturally create more inside arc, right?
Exactly.
And this is what Gianluca tried to tell you guys, if some of you maybe didn't understand his position. So this is just an alignment feel, right?
Yes, it's basically just an alignment field that is going to help you get a better swing path. So you won't actually have to change your swing path
Yeah.
as much,
Yeah.
but you'll just put your
It's
back
natural-
leg back, and now look how much space I created here, and now you can just sort of swing more around yourself. Whereas if you're here, if you wanted to swing like this, you would hit your knee. So you have to come out,
Yep.
and you're gonna be steeper naturally.
Yeah, this is gonna be more of a natural path when you're gonna put your right foot back, and it's gonna be more natural path for the inside, right?
Correct.
Yeah, there we go.
So let's try this again.
All right, let's hit it. Well, that was good. I like that. Tell me in the comments if you guys enjoy these kind of videos. Hit that subscribe and like, and go follow Gianluca on his socials, and hopefully we're gonna see you more on this channel. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
This was good. Enjoyed it.